So we just got the Season 3 roadmap, as well as the blog for Season 3 is coming along with a ton of changes that will also be included in next week's patch notes. So as a basic snapshot, you can kind of see what category you're mostly interested, whether it's multiplayer, Warzone 2, DMZ, Battle Royale. They're adding some interesting new things, as well as characters and weapons along the way, as well as an in-game event. Gunfight returns with Modern Warfare 2, and this is going to give us a few new maps, but also some repurposed 6v6 maps, so they're not all entirely new. And that's going to include Alley, which you can kind of see here, Black Site, which is supposed to be our new gulag. You can see right here, Warzone 2 Al Mazrah. This will be the new gulag for that. So if you want to get practice, maybe you can go in private match, kind of figure out the different sight lines, and then when you go into the real gulag, you'll have a little bit more experience. Shipment, which is kind of expected, and then we have Exhibit, and they don't really give us a good image of that. We got Gunfight OSP to be available in regular playlist in seasons, and this is just a variant on the normal gunfight mode that you've already been used to from Modern Warfare 2019. And then there's 3 core maps and then 2 battle maps. There's launch and in season. We get Peleo's Lighthouse, so it's gonna be a core map. It does look a little bit darker. We also got Black Gold, and this one is an NVG map, but from my understanding, there's certain parts where you might not want to use NVG because it's well lit, and you'll go ahead and swap between those. So instead of doing a realism night mode, they're just giving a specific map to kind of mix up the monotony of that. And then we got Rohan Oil, which will be a battle map, which if you played the Battle Royale on Al Mazrah, you're familiar with that. Satik Cave, which obviously is going to look familiar, but it's going to be a battle map instead of a regular 6v6 map like Afghan was back in the day. And then we got Albaron Hatchery, which looks like a fish hatchery possibly, but you can kind of see how that is. And this looks like similar to Ashika Island because of the way this is built on the right. And then we got modes Cranked, Face Off, and Ground War Infected are coming to Modern Warfare 2. So some basic stuff there. New multiplayer ranked rewards, so we'll get some new stuff for that because they're obviously going to reset the rank, and whoever gets the stuff this one, and it won't be the identical one. So it gives you a reason to keep playing. Another map comes mid-season. There's Spec Ops missions, and then there's the Raid Episode 3, which has kind of been the trend that they've gone with. Now for Warzone, we got a massive resurgence is imminent. So at launch, this will be 150 players resurgence on Al Mazrah. This one's going to be crazy because that is just ridiculous that people are going to be setting some insane records. Depending on the pacing, it's going to be pretty nice. Prepare for Plunder once more. And I think this one might be mid-season. During season, yeah, so it'll be mid-season that they're going to bring that at. I don't know why they're holding off on that. Maybe too much content right at the launch. But if you're a Plunder fan, that's coming more mid-season. A host of additional new features in season. Redeploy drones on Al Mazrah, which are already on Resurgence. And then we also have protect yourself from tempered plate carriers. And this is a way to pick up a plate carrier, and then now you're going to have tempered. But I believe DMZ will also have some other additions in that category. Get perk packages in season, and this will be allowed in the buy station. So that's going to be an interesting one. And then UAV towers to appear on Battle Royale and Ashika Island in Resurgence as well. So these are the same ones that are in DMZ. You walk them, you hit the button, and it'll do like a little bit of a UAV ping for like 40 seconds. But they will cost money, similar to the way we had them in Warzone 1 on Rebirth Island. You go to the machine, and then I'm sure at a certain point they're going to do a cutoff so that you don't have access there. DMZ reaches new level. Bring and buy items with the new barter system. Take on a new contract and additional missions from a new redacted faction, which is kind of nice. You're not going to get your progress reset. And tinker on your contraband workbench before facing off against 2 new bosses and dropping into a blank. And this one, the workbench allows you, it's going to be nearby stations. You'll be able to walk up to it and convert your contraband weapon that you found and kind of kit it out a little bit. I'm not sure if there's going to be a cost associated with it, but it will be based off the attachments you've already unlocked and leveled with the weapon. So if you have a low level weapon, you'll kind of be more limited than somebody who's fully maxed it out can set it up. And then Warzone Ranked will arrive at mid-season. Much anticipated experience will be proving ground for all Warzone competitors still itching for some competition throughout World Series of Warzone, which I believe will be an open qualifier, which is a little bit different. And I think the finals could be particularly interesting as well. Resurgence of Resurgence. Yeah, that's going to be crazy. I'm looking forward to this mode. It should be kind of crazy. We'll see if they... I know they're already coming out with a bunch of quality of life and movement changes, TTK changes. that I'm hyped about as well. So we'll kind of see how much they go in depth here, but Plunder arrives in season, new Gulag, which we already talked about. Deployable buy stations will be coming later in season, so we'll see how those work as it gets closer. Gulag entry kit. This is similar to what we had in Warzone 1. Keep it in mind that you're like, why didn't they just carry everything over? I wish they did, but apparently because it's technically a new engine, even though it doesn't always feel that way, they have to basically remake everything they made in Warzone 1, which kind of sucks, but at least we're going to get it eventually, right? We're going to get the Warzone 2 we should have had from launch, but it's coming like 6 months late, right? So it is what it is, but I don't know. DMZ overhaul includes barter system, workbench, and more, which the barter system allows you to basically take items that normally do not have a function. You don't use them as a consumable. They're not part of a mission, but you can go ahead and go over here, trade them in, you combine them, and then you get something out. And this has been done in other games, but essentially you're going to be trading items for another item, which could be for the new faction where it might say, oh, you need this, but that's only obtainable through trading X, Y, and Z. So you got to find the 4 items and throw them in. So DMZ could get pretty interesting on that end. Workbench, and that one's going to allow you to go ahead and modify the weapons. And then active duty operator slots. This is going to be a game changer for DMZ. Looks like you're going to have 4 slots. It might be different if you own the game. It might be different if you've completed missions. And essentially what will happen is, let's say you're going with this character, they're on an Xfuel streak, they have their perks, whatever, they're fully kitted. They have self-revive, but you're going to be jumping on for a mission that you feel is like, I don't want to take this guy in. You can actually use this operator with nothing. When you go in, you'll be able to just use that operator, build that up, and then you can actually load up and have 4 different operators fully decked out. So it adds a lot of customization there where you're going to be able to pick and choose. Maybe you play with some friends with your fully kitted, but you're, I don't know about the guys I'm normally playing with, or you're doing a specific mission where you want to kind of do something differently. It allows you to kind of stack up, which could be a good or a bad thing, but I like the concept of it, which is going to be cool. The new faction is literally called Redacted. And then new and remixed mission contracts, new bosses. Again, that's all for that. And then we got World Series of Warzone back in 2023 and the first ever in-person global final. So that's going to be a LAN event. So this is going to be particularly interesting. I'm probably going to go to that regardless. I don't know when it's going to be, but I'm going to try and make sure that I'm there. World Series of Warzone 2023 is ready to expand new regions and host a finale you won't want to miss. Warzone ranked play is almost here. Assemble your trio and prepare for the road to top 250. Developed by Treyarch and Raven Software, Call of Duty Warzone ranked play will act as a proving ground and true test for trios wanting to become the best in the world. More information on the new experience will be available at mid-season. For now, get to practicing the trios participating in the World Series of Warzone qualifiers. General overview. Obviously, we're going to get Alejandro and Valeria as skins. Prepare for long-range intervention. That's the new weapons coming back. Enter Black Cell. This is basically a paid bundle. I believe it's just $10 more than the extra battle pass or whatever. And it's going to come with more cosmetics. It's kind of like an extra battle pass. Premium battle pass. Other games do it. COD's not first. They won't be the last. Introducing a recruit a friend. Available in most regions. You and your friends to get a weapon blueprint XP tokens and more by welcoming new players to Call of Duty. So we get this new sniper, which cool. We get a sniper. We'll see kind of how that builds out. We get a battle rifle, which traditionally aren't great, but could be particularly good depending on the TTK that it fits into. And then expect 2 new sidearms with Season 3 Reloaded. Both fully automatic with drastically different roles. So that's going to be interesting because we already have a fully automatic pistol. So that's kind of weird how that'll work. High caliber pistol modified full auto blast. Okay, so we get trophy hunt event. And this one, basically you earn in-game rewards and then you get to trade that in for a particular cosmetic. Almost kind of like a battle pass system, but you know, its own system. So you can get weapon blueprints, vehicle skins, and even more battle pass token skips. These who redeem through items will also unlock some exclusive operator skins for their efforts. And then they're going to bring another camo event, very similar to the Path of the Ronin, but obviously a different camo. And then Black Cell is kind of what I was talking about. It's its own thing. You pay an extra $10 and the value is over 7,000. I don't know how truthful that is, but you get your tier skips, 25 on PlayStation. Damn, I might buy that on PlayStation and then get my extra 5 tiers and then swap back over. You get 1,100 points instantly. Okay, so it is kind of worth it. They're basically charging you an extra $10, which you get that right off the bat compared to the regular 20. But that is its own thing. You know what to do with your own money. And if you want to do that, that's up to you. New prestige levels, obviously we capped at 450. This one's going to go up to 650, so they give us 200 extra levels. Discord integration on PC, a place to talk and hang out. Okay, so there's his own thing. And then patch notes available next week. There's a bunch of stuff they didn't include in here that I can't talk about yet, but I'm pretty excited for the patch notes that comes out next week, because right here it says will include weapon balancing updates such as crucial change to sniper rifles as well as bug fixes. This undersells how crazy the patch notes are going to be next week. I look forward to going over those when those drop, because it will be meta changing, game changing, unlike we've seen anything before. Obviously, there's still a little bit of work. It's not going to be the end-all, be-all, fix the game, but it will be a huge, huge leap in the right direction. I'm looking forward to that. See you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching. As always, have a great day.